Let me ask you a serious question. Why do you keep setting goals and still end up in the same place every year? You promise yourself this will be the year you change. You start motivated. You try harder. And then, nothing sticks. What if the problem isn't your motivation? What if it's not your discipline either? What if the real reason you're stuck is that you're trying to change your life in the wrong way? Today, I'll show you the simple system that has helped millions transform their habits and their identity without relying on motivation or willpower. Before we continue, make sure you subscribe to the channel. This channel breaks down the most powerful books in the world into practical ideas you can actually use. Now, let's begin. Part 1. Why tiny changes change everything. The core idea of atomic habits is simple but dangerous. Small habits compound into massive results. Improving by just 1% every day doesn't feel impressive, but over time, it changes everything. Good habits are like compound interest for your life. You don't notice them today, you don't feel them tomorrow, but months later, years later, they decide who you become. The problem is, most people quit too early. They stop because they don't see results, but progress is always delayed. Just like ice doesn't melt until it reaches 32 degrees, your effort is never wasted, it's being stored. Part 2. Forget goals, build systems. Here's one of the most uncomfortable truths in the book. Winners and losers often have the same goals. Everyone wants success. Everyone wants to be fit. Everyone wants money. Goals don't separate successful people. Systems do. Goals tell you where you want to go. Systems decide if you ever get there. If you focus only on goals, success becomes temporary. If you focus on systems, progress becomes inevitable. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Part 3. The real key: identity change. This is where most people fail. They try to change what they do without changing who they believe they are. James Clear explains that habits are not about outcomes, they're about identity. The goal isn't to read a book, the goal is to become a reader. The goal isn't to work out, the goal is to become a healthy person. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to become. When a habit becomes part of your identity, you no longer need motivation. You simply act in alignment with who you are. Part 4. The 4 laws of behavior change. Every habit follows the same loop: cue, craving, response, reward. To build good habits, follow these 4 laws. 1. Make it obvious. If you can't see it, you won't do it. Design your environment to remind you. 2. Make it attractive. We repeat what feels good. Pair good habits with things you enjoy. 3. Make it easy. The easier a habit is, the more likely it sticks. Start small. Even 2 minutes is enough. 4. Make it satisfying. If a habit feels rewarding, your brain wants more. Immediate reward beats future motivation. Flip these laws, and you'll break bad habits too. Part 5. Small habits build remarkable lives. Big success never comes from one massive decision. It comes from tiny actions repeated daily. Your habits shape your future, quietly, invisibly, relentlessly. Change the system, and the results will take care of themselves. If you enjoyed this breakdown, subscribe to the channel for more powerful book summaries like this one. You'll find a link to Atomic Habits in the description below. And now I want to ask you, what is the one book that changed your life? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one.